In a state of utter chaos, the princess and people were trying to escape the dark magic of the devil. Unless they hurried, they would be cursed and turned into a tome.
Luna, I'm sorry. I will avenge your sacrifice.
So how did she defeat the devil? Let's start the story. In the prosperous kingdom of Egypt, there was a good king. He always loved his wife and the people. Unluckily, on the day his wife was about to give birth to her first child, the solar eclipse took place. This made him worried because there was an ancient prophecy about an evil omen that handed down from generation to generation. The omen said that if the royal family gave birth to any girl on the eclipse day, it would have a cursed tattoo on her body. Moreover, the child would be the dark devil's henchman and release her from the hidden tomb at the age of 18. And it worked when the king's wife gave birth to a daughter who had the same tattoo as the prophecy. Then, she passed away because of difficult birth. However, he took pity on his little child and wife, so he decided to hide this trouble and not tell anyone, including his daughter. As time passed, the little princess, Jamila, now grew up and was always taught rigorously swordsmanship knowledges by the king. He also admonished her daughter not to reveal the tattoo on her body because it is a defect, showing imperfection, nobility in the royal family, so it should be avoided for everyone to know. In particular, he never allowed her to go to the forbidden tomb and told her it was dangerous. Sometimes, she heard the servant said that she had caused the death of her mother, so the king treated her like that. Then, Jamila felt sad and distant from her father. Finally, Jamila's 18th birthday was going to come. This was also a very busy time for the king to welcome a royal family from neighboring country to visit. Although the king could not be close to his daughter at this time, he still kept her under surveillance. Even when Jamila made the acquaintance of the daughter of the royal family, the guards didn't give her own time to play. Recently, Jamila has been having nightmares about a scary figure around her, so she felt even more tired. On Jamila's birthday, the sky was suddenly dark. It made everyone panic, quickly cleaned up everything. Jamila and Luna were also trying to take shelter. Suddenly, a black crow plunged and stole Jamila's precious necklace. When the two girls were chasing the crow, they found out they had arrived at the forbidden tomb. Jamila decided to drag her friend away because she was worried that this was a dangerous place, as her father said before.
I think this place is as normal as any other place in the palace. Besides, I want to see if there's anything terrifying about this place that the king said. But my father told me, Jamila, you're so boring. You always listen to your father, so you was forever controlled by the king and don't have any freedom of your own.
After hearing the excitement from Luna, plus the curiosity to know what the secret of this place was, Jamila finally decided to go near the forbidden tomb and tried to find the answer behind it.
Welcome to the forbidden tomb to release me like the prophecy, little princess. Whose voice is that?
When Jamila wasn't understanding what happened, a lightning stroke on the forbidden tomb. It revealed a strange coffin with a red gaze, which was being sealed with magical lotus flowers on it. Jamila hurriedly tried to get Luna out of there, but suddenly, she heard a strange voice.
Come here, little princess. Help me to pluck the lotus of life, the symbol of life and light, which is controlling my dark magic to seal me up now.
When the king saw the lightning at the forbidden temple, he and the soldiers rushed to the place. However, it was too late, and the devil was erased. Jamila!
Dad, I have seemed to have accidentally released the dark devil, the nightmare of Egypt. That's right, little princess.
Dismissed, the dark evil created the solar eclipse to restore her dark power.
After 18 years since the solar eclipse, I had gradually recovered my magic and planned to involve Jamila to lift the curse today. When the time came, and felt that you were not near your daughter, I seduced the little princess bearing the cursed tattoo to help me escape from this place as prophecy. Drat, I can't forgive you for using me.
Jamila!
Stupid. Now even the Lotus of Life can't seal me.
The Dark Devil didn't expect the Lotus of Life still had some light left. Then, when she enjoyed picking it up, it burned her hands. Jamila, you and Luna hurriedly find the Lotus of Life before the solar eclipse is completed. It's the only way to control the devil.
But I want to stay and fight with you to atone.
Before Jamila could say anything else, the Dark Devil continued to attack them. The king and his soldiers tried to hold the Dark Devil back to give Jamila a chance to leave for safety. Leave quickly, Jamila. If you want to atone, find the Lotus of Life.
Come on, Jamila!
Then Jamila sadly left with Luna. Until the devil completely defeated her father and the soldiers, Jamila was nowhere to be found. The Dark Devil was angry, but because the magic has not fully recovered, she could only use the dark power to surround the palace and turn people into stones. Luckily, Jamila escaped from the palace at the time, but she was hurt to see the scene.
I must find the Lotus of Life to rescue everyone.
However, even though Jamila went looking for the Lotus of Life in the direction of the Devil's Throw, she still did not find out. During the search for the Lotus of Life, the Dark Devil also gradually restored her magic. Then, she expanded her power to the whole kingdom and sent her henchmen to hunt Jamila. Fortunately, Jamila used the knowledge the king had taught her before to avoid the Dark Devil's henchmen. Even more, she mastered what she had learned and equipped herself with many other survival skills. Sometimes, Jamila also thought of her mistakes and told herself to become stronger in order to avenge.
Although my father was always strict with me before, he was always ready to protect me at all times. Therefore, this time, I must also try to take responsibility and find the Lotus of Life to defeat the Dark Devil.
While Jamila was pensive, she suddenly found out the shadow of a small snake that was holding a shimmering lotus.
There is the Lotus of Life. I have to chase that snake quickly to find that treasure.
Jamila followed the trail and found the only shining Lotus of Life in the Lotus Lagoon. She hurriedly tried to touch it, but a giant snake suddenly appeared. Who let you touch my Lotus house, and also the source of my strength?
This is the Lotus of Life that I have been searching for all this time to fight the Dark Devil. I didn't expect it to be your place, so you can leave it to me.
No! If I give it to you, I have neither the shelter nor the strength that I am.
The thing is, the entire magic of the devil is recovering almost. So even if you keep the lotus beside you, then everything around you has been destroyed by the devil.
Yeah, but I will not be affected at all if I keep the lotus beside me.
But your family outside will still be affected by the power of the dark devil and cannot survive for long. Therefore, please understand and help me.
The giant snake seemed logical, returned to its true form, and accepted to give the Lotus of Life to Jamila. As it turned out, the little snake had absorbed part of the power of the Lotus of Life, so it could create a giant illusion to repel those who approached the flower. Then, when Jamila touched the lotus, it suddenly blossomed and healed her earlier wounds. And then, Jamila and the snake hurried back to the kingdom and stealthily broke into the palace to find the Dark Devil. When she realized the target, she intended to sneak the lotus into the Dark Devil so that she would be wounded and knocked down by the light of the lotus. However, the Dark Devil, foreseeing Jamila would come back, so she was deliberately turned out. Jamila's father distracted her. Jamila startlingly threw the flower off and was arrested.
Unexpectedly, after days of searching, the little princess came back here to get herself captured. Moreover, the process of the solar eclipse is almost complete, and I will gradually fully restore the magic, So no matter how the little princess tries to stop me, this kingdom will be mine soon. Even so, I cannot easy to give up, and I am sure there will be something enormous that has superior light power to defeat you.
Jamila tried to take a life lotus petal that had been cut off before to control the Dark Devil. Nevertheless, the Dark Devil could not be harmed by a little power.
Huh? Nice try, little princess. Your petal just only burned my hand yet, so you can't beat me.
However, the devil didn't expect that a giant snake would appear behind and bounce towards him. It turned out that before coming here, Jamila had made more plans in case the worst happened to deal with the Dark Devil and the little snake. So when Jamila was under arrest, she silently directed and emphasized the word enormous to imply to the snake that it would swallow the lotus of life and become giant.
That's impossible! I can't be destroyed like that! No! Don't try to get out of here. The Dark Devil, I'll defeat you by the power of the eternal light.
After that, Jamila struck a final blow, and the giant snake radiated powerful light power that caused the devil to gradually dissipate. Jamila and the giant snake also broke the curse and rescued everyone from the Dark Devil's dominion. Finally, Jamila received the power of light from the Lotus of Life and was determined to become a talented queen with the wish of rebuilding a prosperous Egypt in the future.
In a town, there was a wealthy merchant family living happily with 2 daughters. The older sister was named after the sun, Leona. In spite of being beautiful, she was really impulsive and greedy. The younger sister was named after the moon, Diana. Although she was not as beautiful as her older sister, she was very calm, hardworking, honest, and filial. Unfortunately, the mother passed away so early, so the father had to take care of the whole family. One day, because of frequent overworking, the father came down with a strange disease. Diana had to do everything, from the household chores to taking care of the father. The younger sister invited a doctor for him.
I'm sorry, but this is incurable. With my current capacity, I couldn't do anything more. However, people say that there is only one cure for this disease. But you have to get the golden lotus on the high mountain. The road to get there was extremely difficult and bumpy. You need to cross a bridge, go through a forest full of wild animals, and there is a temple located on the top of a cliff. There is a golden lotus which is said to be able to cure all diseases. My girls, whoever can cure my illness will inherit all my property.
Father, let me. I'll go get it.
After half of a day on the road, Leona saw the bridge. Because of being so hasty, she hurriedly stepped on the bridge, causing it to shake violently. Then she quickly stepped back.
I just need to wait for Diana and see if there is another way.
She had to sit on a rock and waited. Next to her was an old man begging for food.
Hey girl, I'm so hungry. Can you give me something to eat?
Hey, old man, I only have some food for my journey. If I share it with you, I will starve to death.
Girl, I can help you cross the bridge safely. I just...
Need food? I do not have food for you. You want to lie to me? I saw it's difficult to cross the bridge. Then how an old and weak man like you can help me? I will never believe it.
Hey, the new girl. I'm hungry. Can you give me something to eat?
Yes, sir. I have some bread. Please, take it.
Oh, thank you, girl. I haven't eaten anything for days.
After eating and drinking, the old man came to Diana.
Thank you for giving me something to eat. Please hold my hand. I'll help you cross the bridge.
That old suspension bridge may not bear the weight of 2 people, but he can't cross the bridge alone, though. You fool! How can you trust that man?
When she held the old man's hand and put the first step on the suspension bridge, it suddenly turned into a sturdy golden one. Diana led the old man to the other side quickly and safely at her sister's surprise.
What? What's happened? Where did this bridge come from?
Stunned for a moment, Leona was about to cross the bridge, but the golden bridge gradually returned to its original form, following the footsteps of Diana and the old man. Leona couldn't follow her sister anymore, so she had to give up. After stepping down from the golden bridge, the old man asked Diana,
Hey, little girl, where are you going? Maybe I can help you.
At this moment, Diana knew that the old man was no ordinary person.
Sir, I'm looking for a golden lotus to cure my father. Please, help me.
You are such a good daughter, unlike someone else. If she doesn't want to share the difficulty with others, how can she help people?
This...
I am the mountain god who rules this land. I will help you. Take this tiger skin bag, fill it with the water from this river, and bring it along. It will help you. After leaving this forest, keep heading to the steep cliff. You will see a bowl at the foot of the mountain. You will know what to do then.
Diana listened obediently. After saying that, the old man disappeared. Diana then had more confidence with the two gifts from the mountain god. The girl took water from the river, poured it into the tiger skin bag, and went into the forest. Although the bag contained a lot of water, it was not heavy at all, thanks to the magical tiger skin bag of the mountain god. No wild animal in the forest dared to approach her. Diana safely left the forest and reached a cliff. At the foot of the cliff, she saw a very large stone bowl. After thinking for a while, she tried pouring the river water into the bowl. The stone bowl was full, incidentally, right after the girl emptying the water bag. Unexpectedly, a giant Kong stepped out from the mountain. He looked ferocious, but had no intent to harm Diana. The Kong only grabbed the bowl to drink water. He put the girl on his shoulder, then brought her to the top of the mountain just in the blink of an eye. Reaching the top of the mountain, she saw an ancient temple with intricately carved stone blocks. She entered the yard and saw a beautiful and fragrant lotus pond. In the middle of the pond was a golden, sparkling lotus. Suddenly, the mountain god appeared behind her.
Hey, girl! This golden lotus has its own mind. If you want to get it, you must have its permission. As long as you can touch the lotus, it will recognize your dignity.
Let me try.
Diana took off her shoes and tried dipping her feet in the muddy water. However, it was so cold that she had to pull her feet back.
It is much colder than I expected. Come on. For Dad, I have to get that lotus.
Diana decided to jump into the lake. Despite being frozen because of submerging in the water, she still didn't give up. The golden lotus seemed to be persuaded by the determination of the little girl. It became glowier and more radiant as Diana approached. Expectedly, she was able to touch the magical golden lotus. Her hand became burned, but that didn't stop her will to save her father. When she stepped ashore, Diana felt completely healthy and strong. Moreover, she became even much more beautiful than ever. As the mountain god was so pleased, he filled a tiger skin bag with muddy water and gave it to the girl.
This golden lotus must be decocted with the muddy water of this lake. Otherwise, not only the disease will not be cured, but worse the situation will become.
I will bear it in mind. Thank you.
When she raised her head, the old man had already disappeared. Surprisingly, as soon as she turned her head, the scene changed. She was standing in front of the suspension bridge.
How magical it is!
By this time, it was dark. Diana met her sister waiting for her on the suspension bridge.
Hey, sister, are you still sitting here waiting for me? Diana, is that you? Yes, it's me. Wait a minute. How did you become so beautiful? It was because I soaked in the cold mud while taking this golden lotus. Mud? Ew. And hot and cold things? Forget about it. I'm already pretty enough. Where is the lotus?
Diana opened her bag and showed the lotus, which made Leona couldn't take her eyes off of it.
It's late now. You must be tired. We should take a rest and leave there early tomorrow to bring it back to Dad.
Diana woke up in the middle of the night, and she didn't see her sister anywhere. Diana looked for her bag. The lotus was nowhere to be seen.
Oh no, the golden lotus is not here. Leona must have brought it home first. Without this magical water, how could she make the medicine?
When it was bright, and the older sister had brought the golden lotus home,
Probably just one petal is fine, I think. Then I will sell the rest for money.
so she tore a yellow lotus petal and decocted it with rainwater. While decocting, the yellow light of the lotus petal gradually disappeared. After finishing, Leona gave the medicine to her father.
Father, I have brought back the golden lotus and qualified in medicine for you.
The father took the bowl from his daughter and drank, but just a moment later, his hair was no longer gray. He felt as if everything was coming to an end.
It can't be like that. No!
At that moment, the younger sister arrived, looking at her father in panic. Diana immediately decocted the remaining flour in the magical water from the bag. The medicine this time had such a good smell, and we could see a rainbow. Diana helped her father up and drank all the medicine. In the blink of an eye, the father looked years younger. The hair on his head grew as his youth came back.
Leona, have you realized your mistakes? Greedy, deceitful, you are not qualified to be my successor. Diana, thank you for saving me from death. As you are honest, brave, and kind, from now on you will be the one to take over the family business.
Father, I do everything for you, not for money.
I know. That's why you deserve it. With your personality, you won't let your sister live in a difficult situation. I believe in my decision.
Since then, Leona had tried to change herself. Then she knew that what her sister got came from her good qualities.
Wow, fairy tales.